Alright, YouTube, welcome to Madden 25 Training Camp. This is going to be offensive basics. I think we're in episode 6, episode 7, somewhere in there. Now, today we're going to be talking about, well, let's just recap real quick what we talked about last time. We talked about, a couple of videos ago, we talked a little bit about adjustments, how your opponent's adjusting based off of where you are in the field, kind of a chess match, making sure you're watching your opponent at all times, watching his adjustments, watching his play calling so that you can maybe checkmate him later in the game. Then I think we also talked about reading the box, and for example here, from the nickel normal, I believe we talked about reading the box to read what type of coverage it is. Now what I want to talk a little bit about today is beating the blitz, how to beat the, why you need blitz beating routes and why flat routes are so important. So we come out in curl flats, that's our base play from the Arizona playbook. We usually come out in the wide receiver screen or the zone of shallow, but since we're going to go over curl flats, so I'm just going to come out in that. So we're going to come out, just to kind of show from an ice spread point of view here, we're going to come out in the dime normal. We're going to come out in cover 4, but we're going to run probably a more cover 0 style just to show you guys how to beat the blitz here. Now, first of all, let me just show you. Okay, basically what we have is your dime normal, and a lot of guys are going to baseline, they're going to press, and we're going to read that out of the snap. So we talked a little bit about that already, and how to read when they baseline, when they press. Okay, so now let's say if they want to bring a zone blitz off the left side of the field here. So we're going to put Mooten on a blitz so he comes off the edge. That's going to leave the flats open on the left side of the field. Now, if you guys remember though, our base setup is to put him on a fade route. Okay, so put him on a fade route, snap the ball, we look, and there's nothing open. They have us just enough time to get the blitz in. And that's why what I want to talk about today is snap hot reads. And it's very important to have hot reads in your playbook and your formation routes to beat the blitz. We know we utilize the flat routes for zone coverages, cover 3, cover 4, basic zone coverages, so that we can throw outs like that. So what happens when they blitz us and they say they put a yellow there? So let me just go over that real quick. So we're just going to put McCourty in a yellow. We're going to leave since the ball in the purple because we know he's going to get sucked down. We're going to bring a blitz off the backside. See right here, blitz coming. And then we're going to, since we know they've been doing drags, we're going to do something like this, and we're going to shade our coverage here, something like this. So kind of making some adjustments now, and we're going to bring his own blitz, try to confuse him. Okay, remember our base setup. Well, check this out real quick. Watch Morgan. When we see the blitz coming from that side, we immediately can throw right in behind it, right to Josh Morgan for a quick a 10 to 15 yard pickup every single time. And why that is so valuable is because we have the ability to beat a blitz from the opposite side as well. Let's just show you here. We're going to blitz down, send the ball straight down. And remember, we have our snap reads and our basically, like I said, we read the box, and you don't have to look at the route to throw the ball. That's another quick tip. You do not have to look at the route to throw the ball. You need to look at the defenders. So you need to make sure that the play is going to be open. You need to know where the blitz is coming from. And some of you advanced guys are already going to know what I'm talking about, but hopefully this will make sense to you newer guys. Like I said, you don't have to see the route. You don't have to look at Helu to know that he's open. You just need to know where. That's why timing, that's why practice, that's why labbing, that's why all that stuff's so important, so that when you get in the game, you can just react to what a defense does. So real quick here, we're going to show you. We're going to blitz off the right side here, and we have our 2 snap reads and those 2 quick routes. And that's what's so good about curl flats. You can't blitz. You cannot blitz curl flats. You're going to have to run a coverage D, because if you blitz curl flats, you see these 2 snap reads. Okay, now say what they do is, say they do something like this. Say they do, they get wise and they start to say, okay, we're going to bring double side pressure and we're going to throw a user defender out there. So we're just going to act like one of our snap reads is taken away. So just act like Helu is being user defended against. Okay, so I just act like that. Well, like I said, you read the user defender. User defender there, you throw there. It's just very simple. Okay, now say, that also comes back to the point, this is something how I play defense. Say they know where their weaknesses are. So that's something that I talk a lot about, knowing where you're weak on defense. So what they're going to do is they're going to now move the linebacker over to the right to act like he's guarding the halfback, but they're going to blitz him down. So now they have 2 purples, and let's just simulate Babineau as being a user defender. So that means that everything quick's going to be locked up, and they're going to guard Helu. So imagine that Babino's a user defender on Roy Helu, and that's going to take away that snap read. And Josh Morgan, like we say, he's going to be covered at the snap. So here we go. Snap the ball. Our two hot reads are covered quick, but we know that that drag's coming across the field quick. Once you see the blitz, you have to recognize blitz. You have to get the ball out of your hands quick. You have to understand what routes can be open, when they can be open. A lot of people will not do what I just showed you. A lot of people will not do that kind of a defense against you guys. But for those of you them that do, you have to be able to beat it, and that's something so important, so valuable. Now, one other thing I want to talk about here before I get out of here is not how to beat coverage D. We'll just go over that, okay? Because actually, no, I'll say that for another video. But for example, what if they fool you? What if they fool you here? So what if they say they're in their cover 4 and they act like they're bringing him down to blitz? So you're thinking blitz and you're wrong. You're wrong pre-snap. It turns out they're just going to bring 4. And they're going to have a nice basic coverage, maybe a spy underneath for their drag. Okay, say they have that setup going down. Okay, well, obviously here's where you have to be a good football player, a good reader in reading the defense, and good with your progressions. Understand that you have to read those guys. If they're not coming, okay, they're not coming. Okay, I have an out route. Understand what's going to be open when it's going to be open. That's something that's so valuable, and you guys definitely, I think that in and of itself is a great tip, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We've got some new content coming to you guys. Sorry it took so long for me to get back. I know I was out for like a week, and I'm still working on trying to get my summer schedule out so that I can get videos up, because I know that I'm going to have some time where I'm going to have some conflict. So I am working, guys. Trust me, I'm not just sitting on my not doing anything. You know, if there's not a video, there's usually a reason. So make sure you're checking daily for videos. Also, secondly, make sure you talk to your friends about the channel. We need to grow before Madden 25. I'd like to have about 300 to 400 subscribers before Madden 25 drops, so we have a nice base. We have guys that have been with the system, and then we're going to go through and go refresh our minds with Madden 25. We're going to get more into that. Appreciate you guys checking out this video. Make sure to check out the next video. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to be doing a levels concept video from Curl Flats. It's going to be nice and interesting. I'm going to explain how, you know, stuff that people are doing in Madden actually does relate to real life NFL football. It's going to be one of the cooler videos I've done this year, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Make sure you check the annotations on the screen to check out some of the content you may have missed. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already. At the bottom right, there should be a link to the YouTube channel. Lastly, make sure you check out the links in the description. I should have posted some nice links in there for you guys to check out. Other than that, guys, make sure you leave a like rating and a comment if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys next time.